Hey witches, welcome back to the channel. Once again, this is Hectarios. This is going to be our weekly tarot card reading for August 5th through the 11th, 2018. So I apologize that this video is late. Let me show y'all in the Witch's Almanac. So we're heading into the eclipse at the end of this week, the third eclipse in this little trio of eclipses that we've been having. This is a partial solar eclipse on Saturday. So we're heading into that dark moon energy as well. It's the waning moon right now, and the energy feels very much, what is the word? Scattered, I would say, right now. So how are y'all? What have y'all been going through with these eclipses since the first one that we had? What have y'all been going through? What changes have been stirred up? What energies have been going on? Because I feel like with these three eclipses, that whatever was started at the beginning is coming to closure with this eclipse on the 11th. So I feel like there's been this transformative period and transformative gateway that's been opened and in the process, and I feel like it's closing on the 11th. And so I feel like with this dark moon, with this partial solar eclipse coming up this Saturday, I feel like it is, the door closing, this transformative period closing, and new beginnings coming from that, but also bringing closure really in a deep, earthy, physical way. That's what I'm feeling with this energy. So let me light an incense. So that's what I'm feeling. I've been dealing with a lot this eclipse season. If you only knew what has been going on in my life behind the scenes, there's been a lot. So once again, I apologize for getting this video up late. I apologize to everyone who was waiting on me to do art commissions and tarot readings. I will get to it all, believe me, but I've just been dealing with so much in my personal life right now that I've kind of had to put a lot of things on hold. But, it is stuff that needed to get done. So, now let's just get into the cards. So I'm using the Lumina Tarot once again. What do y'all think? Should I start doing some rune readings again? Using rune stones? I haven't done one of those in a while. I'm thinking about doing that for like a reading coming up. So what do y'all think? Leave me a comment. Do you want me to continue with Lumina Tarot, or do you want me to start doing some rune readings again? Let me know. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Hecate. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so mote it be. Please give us your divine guidance for this week and for this solar eclipse, so that we can use these energies for our highest good, greatest success, and joy. Thank you, and so mote it be. I think we're going to go with a 4-card spread like we've been doing recently. Okay. So with this type of spread that I've been doing recently, the first card represents us and sort of like our stance, our energy, and then the other 3 cards represent the week itself and that energy. So, hang on. The first card that we have representing us is the Emperor. Now, this came up at the end of the last reading, I believe. So, the Emperor card is you standing in your authority, you standing in your power, being the emperor or the empress of your own life, and, you know, exerting that control. So this is an energy of, you know, really knowing what you want, knowing what you don't want, and acting on that energy. Not in any kind of way to where you are, you know, being controlling in a negative aspect, like domineering over others. Avoid that, but for your own self, for your own life, you know, doing what you gotta do for your highest good and for the highest good of the people around you that you care for. This card is very fiery. It's very energetic. It's ruled by Aries. And a bird just landed outside my window and it's like watching me. But, you know, this is action. This is taking action. This is moving forward, taking steps to exert your will for the highest good, for your highest good, okay? So this is the energy. I feel like this energy is becoming grounded right now. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning of this video. That bird's making me laugh. This energy is, you know, whatever transformations have been going on with this eclipse season, whatever's been underway, you know, it's changing us from the inside out, or maybe from the outside in, I don't know, but maybe it's both. But I feel like it's becoming more and more stabilized as we go forward this week and into this next eclipse. I feel like it's becoming grounded at the physical level. Like, you know, the word that just keeps coming to my mind is stabilized and grounded. So, you know, this is the week to really make use of this embodied energy, whatever transformations we have all gone through. You know, we are embodying it. So, with that energy, you know, take action, okay? The first card that we have for the week is the 5 of Pentacles. So, the 5 of Pentacles is quite a negative card. Honestly, it's about feelings of lack and poverty, feelings of being uncared for in a situation where you're putting in a lot of effort and energy and love and you're not getting it back, or you feel like you're not. You feel left out in the cold. You feel like you're only given, you know, like you're the last thing to cross someone else's mind in consideration and being considerate and stuff like that. So, you know, this image is showing a apple cut in half and it's like rotting. And that is the energy. It's like, you know, you're not getting what you deserve. And since this is coming up at the beginning of the week, I feel like whatever this situation is in your life, because this is just a general energy reading, it's going to manifest in different ways in all of our lives, and you'd have to get a personal reading to get more details for exactly how it will manifest in your life. But I feel like this energy is coming to an end, whatever it is, for all of us. I feel like when I see this right after the Emperor, I feel like this is something that you will not stand for anymore. Okay, you're standing up for yourself, for your own will, for your own needs. You're exerting that authority, possibly over this situation. Okay? And I say that as well because the next card is the Death card. This is that transformation energy. This is that endings, major endings, a major cycle coming to an end. Clearing away, cleaning the slate, burning bridges. Okay, this is that ultimate ending energy. But it is transformative because when you clear, you know, this dead energy from your life, or this oppressive energy, whatever it is, whatever this Five of Pentacles is manifesting as, when you clear that out of your life, you open the space for something else, something new, and you can fill that space with whatever you want. And that's where the Emperor comes in again, because, you know, when you clear a void in your life, or when you create a void in your life by clearing out something negative, you know, that's not enough. You also need to fill that with something positive, with something that you want, okay, with something that will be beneficial to you. Clear away the negative, but don't leave it at that. Fill it with something positive. Okay? And then the final card for this week is the Chariot. I'm sorry if the lighting is like really bad. It's like sunset right now. The Chariot card is, once again, this is the embodiment of that Emperor energy. Okay? The Chariot card is about exerting your will, self-control, self-mastery, to begin to take the steps necessary to manifest your goals. The Chariot card is about discipline. Using this Emperor energy, this authority, over yourself as well. And, you know, with that energy, it's like being your own boss, giving yourself orders, and then following through with it. Maybe this has to do with adjusting your schedule or your daily routine, and modifying that, adjusting that in such a way to where you can start to meet your goals. So the Chariot card is a lot of work. It requires a lot of discipline, and it is, once again, the embodiment of your higher self. So it's using your body, using your physical experience, your physical life as a tool to manifest the will of your higher self. Okay? And that's what the Chariot card is all about. So, you know, I feel like when I look at all of these cards together, and just with consideration of this eclipse season and everything that's been going on, I feel like there's been a lot that has been demanding our attention and requiring us to take action and to put in that maintenance work on our life in general. And I feel like a lot of it has been exterior things, to some degree, that we have allowed to get to the state that they're in. And at the same time as well, I feel like it's important at this point to make sure that you have dealt with all of this exterior situations and make sure that they have changed and transformed, for the highest good for yourself and for others as well. And make sure that at this point you are taking this energy within yourself now to sort of restructure and adapt to these positive new changes and make the most of it. That's what I'm getting from these cards. That's what I'm getting energetically. That's what I'm feeling in my own life. So I feel like, that's basically it. Let me see if anything else comes to mind. Because I will say one more thing. There is an influence of divine energy with this, because some insights came to me during my regular communions with Hecate last night, where I pray as I'm going to sleep or as I'm waking up. And she comes to me and she gives me insight to answer my prayers and to communicate with me. And one of the things that came up was about, trusting the divine to take those steps with you. And actually the Emperor card did come into my mind during that little insight communication message. So the example that was given to me, or how I conceptualized it, was, imagine that you are not the only person in your body, okay? Imagine that the divine and you are sharing your body and sharing your life and your experience. And so, also another card that came to mind was the Lover's card. So you can look at the symbolism of that in the Rider-Waite deck. You have the male and the female on either side, and the male is looking at the woman and the woman is looking up at the angel. And that is another symbolic image that represents the same concept. But basically what's going on is that, you could also look at this as your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is connected to the divine, and it's the bridge between the divine and your conscious mind. So what you have with this imagery and with this concept is that, we're all divine channels. So, we're not, what am I trying to say? Is that our lives are not our own only. They are our own, but they are also connected to something greater. We are all part of a greater divine work, a greater divine being, and a greater divine plan. And so what you have with this imagery is that, we do the work. Okay, the Emperor, the Chariot. But this energy is about embodying something greater, embodying your higher self, your divine self, which is greater than you, okay? Your divine self is greater than you. It's connected to the greater divine. You might want to look at this as your higher self is an aspect of the divine. And it's the meeting point between your lower self and the greater divine. Okay, it's a bridge. It's that subconscious mind energy. So, I'm sorry if this is kind of complex and jumbled around, but what I'm trying to say is that, you know, we have to meet that energy halfway. We have to take the steps. We have to do the things that are necessary. We have to follow our divine guidance and our intuition to do what we think and feel is right, you know, at all times. And as we do that, that's just one step. That's, you know, just imagine this as a body. Let's say that your lower self is the right side of the body, and your higher self is the left side of the body. And so, you know, when you put that right foot forward, you have to trust and know and believe that the divine is going to then put that left foot forward and take the other step. Okay, so you're walking this path together. All right, it's not just you, and it's not just the divine either. It's a cooperative thing, okay? So as you take these steps and do whatever it is that you can do at this moment, then you are setting up the stage for the divine to take the next step for you, okay? And then, you know, in turn, the divine will be setting you up to then take your next step. So that's how this insight came to me, and I feel like that really does relate to this reading and this eclipse season and this energy, so I decided to just put that in here. Hopefully that speaks to you, and you know, hopefully you will use the guidance. So it's getting dark, the sun is setting, and that's gonna end it for this video and for this reading. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment, because I love hearing back from all of you, and I'm really looking forward to doing some more videos on witchcraft topics coming up. I'm going to be doing a video on using doom candles for justice and curse work. So that's coming up. I'll probably record that tonight and share my insight on all of that. But yes, I'm looking forward to doing much more topics. And once again, leave me a comment below if you have any requests for topics for me to cover in future videos. And if you have any questions for a Q&A that I have upcoming as well, leave that in the comments below. So I hope that you have a great week. I hope that you have a great solar eclipse and walk through these transformation doorways and really embody your higher self and take the steps that you can take, and trust that the divine is, you know, helping you out in that process, okay? Hail to the witches, hail Hecate, and blessed be.